ANZ's stock market warning. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee because I want to look at this article from Yahoo Finance. ANZ's warning, don't expect double-digit returns in 2022. And I thought that was quite timely considering. We'll jump over here and have a look. This is the S&P ASX 200. Yeah, it's not having a good day, guys. It's not having a good day. It's lost about, 2%? 2.5% today. So, there's a bit of, the sharks are out. There's a bit of blood in the water in the market. So let's have a look at what ANZ has to say. ANZ has released its predictions for what will happen with markets this year, and volatility seems to be the name of the game. However, despite market swings, the bank still has a broadly optimistic outlook, albeit a cautious one. As 2022 gets underway, we maintain a broadly optimistic tone for risk assets, but would warn against any expectations of double-digit returns from equities like those experienced in 2021. ANZ Private Banking and Advice Head of Investment Strategy, Lakshman Anatarakshina said, I'm sorry if I butchered that. Rather, we commenced the year with a mild overweight to risk assets based on cautious optimism and a belief that despite more moderate returns in 2022, equities should continue to outperform bonds and cash. Ananda Krishna said US stocks were expected to perform the best, which would make it the fifth year in a row the nation's markets outperformed the rest of the world. Well, that kind of flies in the face of Clive Palmer's calls to bring all our super back to Australia. However, Australia should be the front runner when it comes to GDP growth, Ananda Krishna said, as he expected Australia's economy to grow by 5.1% this year. This will be followed by the US at 4.5%, Europe at 4.4%. China's growth is expected to slow to 4.6%, which would represent the weakest growth for the country in modern history. This scenario represents our base case for 2022, and as always, there are potential downsides and upside risks to any setting, Ananda Krishna said. At this point, key downside risks center on Omicron, the potential for further COVID-19 mutations, and inflationary pressures, or more specifically, how central banks tackle these. Ananda Krishna warned that COVID-19 varieties had the potential to unhinge the global recovery. COVID-19 variants could bring further widespread lockdowns, more persistent supply chain pressures, and with them sustained elevated inflation, he said. Positively, though, despite the rapid spread of the newest mutation of Omicron, so far it appears to be less virulent than Delta, and governments are largely resisting the need for broad-based lockdowns. He said that as medicine continued to advance and vaccination rates rose, the world would become better equipped to deal with COVID. These provide hope that Omicron or any further virus mutations will become speed bumps rather than brick walls for the global growth agenda of 2022. Let's have a talk about this one. I think the most concerning takeaway from here is that the US market will be the number one winner, and we have politicians calling for all of the savings and investments that we're forced to make here in Australia to be pulled out of that market. What do you reckon? I think it's definitely going to be an interesting year, one to watch, particularly with the market so far in the red today. Remember, don't let fear overtake you guys. And thanks for watching, and check out this video about Russia potentially banning Bitcoin. Perhaps that's why it's fallen so much today. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next episode of HeiseSays. It's good coffee.